Hello everyone, it's Gina with Witchy Girl Tarot, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. If you are, I want to thank you guys so much for returning to my channel and for supporting this channel. I was looking over my demographics. You guys, I have people all the way in India, Africa, Canada, Costa Rica, Chile, everywhere that they truly tune into my channel every month. You guys show me so much love and support, and I want to thank you guys so much for making this channel grow every month. So thank you so much for that. Today's reading is for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and also Venus. Check with the other placements because this will not resonate with every Virgo Sun that is watching. And I also want to just give a quick disclaimer. I do happen to live on a main road and the noise can be overbearing sometimes, so please bear with me and I apologize in advance. If you want me to pick up on your personal energy and you're interested in a private reading, please go down to the description box below and all the information is down there. I want to send you lots of positive vibes, and let's begin, Virgo. So what is your crowning energy? What are you focused on this month? That was pretty fast. Okay, so we have two so far. We have acceptance, we have purity, and we have hunger. I think it's hunger. Let me see. Okay, all right. All right, so let's start off with the first card that jumped out at us, okay? We have the purity card. Okay, so purity, the purity card is all about innocence, all about the real intentions, clear intentions of you, what you truly want from yourself, no ego involved. So right now you're focused on the things that make you happy. Then we have acceptance, okay? Accepting some kind of change in your life, accepting that the world is changing, accepting the things that you can change, and accepting the things that you can't change, okay? And then we have hunger here. Hunger for happiness, hunger for a change in the world, a change in your life, a change in career, a change of a relationship, whether that be that you're single and you want a relationship, or that you're in a relationship and you're not happy. So you want some kind of change, you're hungry for change, you're hungry to see. I feel like this is mostly just about humanity, Virgo. You are very, very nurturing. So purity, you are accepting that the world is changing. You are accepting that there is a lot of things you can change. But I do feel like with that hunger card, there's something that you want to say. You want to be a part of some kind of activism, possibly. And if that is the case, then I want to say that I want to give you a pat on the back. I think that's great. I actually turned into an accidental activist because of everything happening with the children and the children being trafficked. It's just something that's been calling out to me, and the world is truly waking up to these things. So Virgo, that's what right now you are feeling. You are feeling the energy of the world. You are, again, an earth sign, so you are very in tune with those energies, okay? All right, why is this hunger card here? What are you hungry for? Please, Spirit, elaborate on this hunger card. Why is this hunger card here? Judgment. Wow, okay. So the Judgment card is about making major life decisions, okay? This means that you are afraid to be judged, or that right now you are you are doing something that is causing judgment. A lot of eyes are on you right now. A lot of people are paying attention to what you have to say, and so you feel that on you, and you feel possibly with that Judgment card that there's some changes that have to be made in your life, and also, sorry for that, also in the world in general, okay? So that Judgment card is about something changing, making a judgment call, all right? The Judgment card is also a major arcana card, so that means there's no sidestepping. It is something that is inevitable. It's something that you got to live through. And then we have this acceptance card here. What is this acceptance card for? What are you having to learn to accept, or what are you struggling with accepting? I'm just going to wait till we get a flyer. And there you go. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have 2 cards, okay? So the first card we have is the Fool card, and we have to note that it is in reverse. So we'll read it this way so we can see it. The Fool card is about taking chances. It is ruled by the number 0, which means something has not occurred yet. It is yet to occur. It is the idea, this is the thought before the actual idea, the physical manifestation of that. So the Fool card, we have it in reverse. There is something that you don't want to accept. There is a lot of resistance with whatever you're trying to do. So there is that not wanting to fail, afraid to fall, kind of like afraid to take a risk of something. And then we have to note, this is also a major arcana. You have 3 major arcana cards coming out already in this reading. We then have the World card, okay? And the World card is about evolution, ending one chapter of your life and going into another one. So you are having to accept that with that Fool card and that acceptance card, there are some things and some people that are not going to agree with whatever it is that you're doing or what you have chosen to embark on, whether it be activism or a relationship that is not in support of whatever, people aren't supportive of that. You realize that this is a phase. This is a chapter in your life that, you have evolved from. And she is naked, and that nakedness is to stand for her vulnerability. So you're in a moment right now of complete change and vulnerability right now, Virgo. But the takeaway from that is to accept that this is the inevitable, to accept that this change is something that had to happen and is happening. And there are going to be situations and opinions that are going to be judging, there are a lot of eyes judging you, but this is something that you have to do for you so that you can evolve and truly live and fulfill your true life's purpose, okay? Wow, Virgo. All right, why is this, Butterfingers there. Let's find out why this Purity card is here. Why is this Purity card here? Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands in reverse. Upright, we see someone who is going through some kind of obstacle course. Someone who is still forging forward. Sorry for the noise. Despite that there are obstacles, these are other outside obstacles. So we see Wands as passion. So these are other strong, important issues that are right now a part of your journey. So we have the card in reverse. So in relation to purity, there is an obstacle for you to get back that purity. I really do feel like this may have a lot to do with what's going on with the children. You may have had your awakening. And right now it's like you really want you want like world peace. You want to take a chance and putting yourself out there and doing some kind of activism, Virgo. Like I said, you're very, very, very nurturing. You are the virgin, which means you are the vessel of the beginning of everything. Okay, so you hold the creation within your womb. So the 7 of Wands in regards to that purity is the fact that you feel like there are a lot of obstacles for you to truly get back to that pure mindset, that untainted, that less pessimistic and more positive mind frame. So it's almost like you want to bring back the purity of the world. Wow, look at that. The 10 of Cups just flew out at us, okay? The 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, completion of emotional fulfillment. So you feel as though the purity of family, the purity of morals, the purity and protection of the world to those who truly need our protection, right? And then we have the 2 of Swords here, which means you're at a crossroad right now in regards to purity, in regards to your mission when it comes to purity. It's almost like you have made a decision to do some kind of activism, but then you reach a point where you're just like, is my voice being heard? Is it worth what I'm doing? But the Six of Wands following that suggests that you are on the path of where you should be. You are doing what you have been called to do, even if it happened again accidentally. You have fallen into this role for a reason. God has chosen you to be a leader, to be a voice, and yes, you are going to be judged. You are going to be judged, but guess what? You're judged even when you're doing everything you're supposed to do and all the things that people want you to do. You're still being judged, so you might as well do what you want to do, Virgo. Do what you want to do, because regardless, you're going to be judged. So at least you're playing on the right side of the fight, okay? So the Six of Wands suggests that when it comes to this battle of purity and showing people the light and awakening others to the truth of it all, the Six of Wands suggests that you are going to meet your goal, that you are going to have that public recognition, that you are going to accomplish that. You see this lady here, she has wands in her hand. That wreath around it stands for a victory, and then the leaves that are growing from those wands stand for fertility. They stand for growth, the ideas and thoughts and all the stuff that manifests from your ideas. So this movement that you are on right now is going to propel you to something that is great, to victory, to make a true change in this world, and I think that is beautiful. I did not know that this reading was going to be this way, but I'm so happy to hear that, Virgo, you are working on other things. You are working on yourself, but you are working on humanity, and I think that is beautiful, and I think that you are a hero in itself, and I think that the fact that you have chosen to do this in a world where people truly are either afraid to post about these things or afraid to stand up for what's right, I think what you're doing is great, and God bless you. All right, so the next card I'm going to draw, we're going to go back to the Moon Oracle. This is going to be your obstacle. What is your obstacle this month? This can be in relation to, this awakening, this journey that you're on, awakening others, awakening yourself. What is your obstacle? I mean, it could have to do with that, or it could have something to do with something else. This is just one part of your life, but there's other areas that may be affected. Okay, so there we go. Boundaries. All right. So the boundaries card, we see this lady in a bubble and no one can hurt her because she has made this protective bubble, almost like Bubble Boy, okay? But again, Bubble Boy is protected from certain germs and diseases and infections and viruses and all of that stuff. But once if he decides to ever leave that bubble, then he is susceptible of getting sick. He is susceptible of being hurt. He is then vulnerable to a point where he'll fall apart. So boundaries are made to protect you, but don't allow these boundaries to be your defense mechanism all the time. Make boundaries. Sorry for the noise. It's lit. All right, so the boundaries is about you creating that fence of boundaries and you letting people know, listen, this is how I feel. These are my opinions, and you don't have to agree with my opinions, but you will respect me. And if you find that people are not respecting you, then you need to unfriend them. You need to block them. It doesn't matter if they're your friends or your family. If you feel disrespected and you feel like your boundaries are being broken, then you need to reinforce those boundaries. And again, as advice, if those boundaries are set in a way where you are missing the point of certain things, then boundaries can actually, they're a great thing, but they can be also a bad thing depending on how you use them, okay? So, oh, you're eating your bone? Okay. All right, so let's see why this boundaries card is here. Why is this boundaries card here? Why is this boundaries card here? Okay. Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords. One second. All right, so this boundaries card is here. We have the major arcana card, which is the Lover's card ruled by Gemini, okay? So for some of you, this is going to be more of a love relationship. For some of you, it's about people who are actually in relationships. You may be in a relationship with someone who, with that Seven of Swords, has betrayed your trust. They are someone that you feel is up to no good. And those of you who are single, who are ready to mingle and meeting someone, this is your call to action as far as an obstacle. If it comes to, you're manifesting your partner, go into this partnership, getting to know someone, but be strategic. Know what you want before you get into a relationship. Don't allow this person to define your boundaries. You define them before they do. Okay, so those that are in a relationship, there may be some kind of trust broken, and now there has to be a clear vision of where you're going, and you need that right now. So your obstacle this month is to set those boundaries with your partner, and let them know that you're not here for the bullshit, that you're not going to play around with them anymore. And you have to go into this with a plan. Maybe there needs to be some therapy. This person needs to get some therapy, some counseling. Maybe you both have to go to some counseling together, and there has to be you moving forward, you going into this relationship with a clear mind, a clear plan. Again, for those of you who are single, though, this is going into a relationship with a clear plan, knowing what you want and what you don't want, because then you find out when you start dating someone, you may get intimate with that person and it feels great, and then you find out that you really don't really like that person, you're not compatible. So this is about going into a relationship or a partnership or a connection knowing what you want. That way, you don't fall into something and you're just like, how did I get here? Ultimately, it's your free will. You make the decision. But going into something with a plan, knowing what you want, will allow you to know what your boundaries are, how far you're willing to go before you're like, okay, no, I'm not interested, or I am interested. Okay, set those boundaries. That's what your obstacle is that this month. Set those boundaries, stick to your boundaries, and go into things with a plan. Strategize, plan it out, go into something with complete clarity, or as much clarity as you can. Okay, all right. What is something to look forward to this month, Virgo? What is something you can look forward to this month? What is something you can look forward to this month? Let's see. Okay. Action. Beautiful card. So this month, you're going to be doing a lot of work. With the action card, you are taking action. You are no longer just thinking it. You are actually living it out. Everything that you feel, you are putting it into action, whether that be starting a business, you are putting your materials together, you are doing your research, you are making the proper connections, you are preparing your foundation for what is to come so that everything starts to manifest. You are taking action this month. So there's no sleeping for you this month, Virgo. This is your month. This is your birthday month. This is your season. So you are in complete action mode. You're getting something done. It could be more than one thing. All right, let's see what that action is going to be looking like. What is something that our Virgos can look forward to? What is this action card here for? What is going to be happening in September 2020 for Virgos? Okay, we have so we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Five of Swords, a loss of clarity with some situation. So there's some type of action that requires you to have more clarity about. So there's someone around you that you may, with that action card, you may be slaying someone who's dishonest. You may, again, just be putting out the truth and awakening others. Let's see. Let's elaborate. Why is this Five of Swords card here? Whoa. Okay. So we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is ruled by water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. He is someone who is very in touch with his emotions. He is very in touch with the emotions of others. He articulates himself very, very well. And he is very, very, he could be emotional in some cases. He could be a narcissist in the worst of situations. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is extra burden, extra baggage, just taking on a lot of work that may be tiring. Or you could look at it as someone who's resilient and is willing to get the job done. But you are going to be taking action with a King of Cups. I feel like this is in relation to a relationship with someone. They may be a friendship. It could be someone in your family, someone that you feel is playing you or playing double sides or both sides. Could be someone you're in a relationship. It could be a friend. And moving forward, you are going to be exposing that person or having a conversation with that person. And with that 10 of Wands, you have chosen to walk away with the lessons, and you are willing to put the work in that they're not putting in. So they may be all talk and no action, but you're all about the action here, Virgo, okay? All right. What is your advice? What is your advice from Spirit this month on how to handle it all via the Moon Oracle? Let's see. Okay, Sovereignty. Beautiful card. So your advice is to operate from a place of sovereignty, your inner truth, your intuition. All that you know is true. No one can sway how you feel. You already know what it is. This is coming from your law, your inner law, what governs you, what governs right, and what governs it's like being able to know what is evil and what is good. So you have that sovereignty. Your voice, your advice is to operate from a place of sovereignty. All right, let's go back to the tarot and let's elaborate on the sovereignty card. Ooh, okay. So now we're seeing the King of Wands. This is someone who is a visionary, someone who is a boss, someone who whatever they touch grows, it manifests. Again, that wand is fire, is passion, and the leaves that are growing on that wand are the manifestations of your will, of what you truly want from life. So again, with that sovereignty, lots of power, sitting in your power, owning your power. And then the Ace of Cups, your advice is to know that you are abundantly loved, that you are supported by the divine, and that everything that you do is going to be supported. You are supported to move forward. And there may be situations where people are going to make you feel that you are not. Spirit wants you to know that you are loved and that you are guided. And the reason that you've been called to do this is not for you to be asleep, is not for you to give up on it. There will be naysayers. Continue with your journey, okay? Now, what is your advice via the Oracle cards? Let's see. What is your advice for Virgo 2020? Okay. I want 2 more. Okay, so we've got a lot more than 2. Let's see. You guys are going to think I'm crazy when I show you what cards I got. Wow. We have Ostara with fertility. It is a perfect time for you to start new projects, assess new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Amen. Then we have Bold, Freja, Bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. And then we have Damara with guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. If this isn't confirmation for what you have already been feeling, Virgo, then here is that confirmation. Here's a validation from your angels. And then we have Sedna with infinite supply. You are supplied for today and for all of your tomorrows. God will provide for you. Your angels will provide for you. You are guided and you are divinely loved and secure and protected, and so are your loved ones. Virgo, that is the completion of your general reading. This seems to be a very, very big month for you. I'm very excited that you are doing something that is not for yourself, but more so for humanity. And I want to commend you on being that stand-up person, Virgo. If you like this video, please hit that like button so that it's suggested to other people searching for a Virgo video. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the notifications. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. I will see you in my next video. Bye.